This is NBC's version of Vox Pop. This is what they think we sound like.
This is one of those nights when we read from a few of our viewers' emails, and to start off, a few of you have written us with some great ideas. A viewer named Bob writes about politics. Why not consider representing each of our states as neither red nor blue? I find that people in New York are much the same as people in South Carolina. Let's leave the red-blue stuff to kids in grammar school with crayons. We're all shades of the crayon box.
Group hug! Well, Bob's not wrong. The expression is just insipid. But Brian Williams doesn't bother to respond to Bob, to answer his question. Why do you treat us as just red and blue?
Now would be a great time to make a monumental change in Congress that could have amazing positive results. It is simple. Instead of having the Democrats sit on one side of the aisle and the Republicans on the other, why not have them sit scattered, maybe alphabetically? I think it could result in a very big improvement in their output.
No, Brian, it's an inane idea, and you know it. Don't patronize us.
A lot of people seem to like a lot of our work.
Yes, we like you. We really like you. Among that praise is this.
Ann Curry's coverage of the suffering in Darfur has been a masterpiece to watch. Not only does she tell the story, but she entwines her heart and soul. I am very moved.
But that's just the problem with Ann Curry. She gives equivalent sympathetic mewling to depressed celebrities, snowstorms, and genocide. Speaking of genocide,
when will NBC and the rest of the media stop using cleansing for genocide? There is nothing cleansing about genocide.
Once again, Brian, how about an answer to the question? Here's the one email Williams does respond to.
An unfair accusation of bias on our part. Bob writes from Florida, while my wife has always insisted on watching your newscast, there is a slight kink in your armor. Since this is the week of the big game between Ohio State University and that team up north, that's what they call the Wolverines, she was not just a little bothered by your blue tie with yellow stripes on Monday. I'm afraid you'll have to find a scarlet and gray tie or lose a faithful viewer. Such is the way of this interstate rivalry. Well, dear Bob, sometimes a tie is just a tie. We do want to thank you all for writing, and we will keep reading them all.
But if that's all you do, reading without responding, then it's not interactivity, because it's not a conversation. That's the problem with too much of television's effort to reach out to us, the people. Either you read letters like this that make us look like fools, or like Katie Couric's Evening News, you have free speech segments and then you get tired of them and get rid of them. The BBC has an experiment coming up where they're going to have people send in complete segments like this and put them on the air. And the people will decide what works. So, Brian Williams, why don't you show us all your email and we'll decide what you should read. And then we'll decide what you should respond to. Then maybe we'll look smarter, and if you do respond, so will you.